Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about some fees that you might not even realize or not even see within your banking account in all aspects of your life. Now, if you've been ever hit with the junk fee, Biden is actually looking to eliminate and kill junk fees, which are just little additions onto different points in life, and also going over some things, how you can minimize those fees. Now, some of them can be super hard to spot, and a lot of them can save you a ton of money if you know about them and you know really how to identify them. So, what is a junk fee? It is something that you're paying. It is his most acceptable kind of point of life that you have to pay these fees. Some bills and are kind of coming under scrutiny with government restriction. It is a catch-all term, is what Biden kind of uses for unnecessary, unavoidable, or surprise charges that inflate the actual cost without adding any value. That is to the FTC of kind of how they're breaking it down. Now, there is a Consumer Financial Protection Bureau Act and a bill Biden administration have addressed and are trying to eliminate some of these junk fees. So first of all, guys, we have to break down how to identify or how to minimize some of these fees. Now, understanding the fee structure can help you avoid unnecessary charges such as paying your mortgage, paying your rent. If you're paying those items late, there is usually a fee associated with it. Now that is kind of a penalty, but not really a junk fee. Again, you're not getting any value. The person that you're paying might just have to wait a little bit longer to actually get the funds that they were looking for. Now, there are a lot of products and services that do have their own fees, which financial service is one of the biggest one. The thing that you can do to really avoid these guys is you can comparison shop. When you look at banks, when you look at credit unions, they are ultra competitive when it comes to the products and services lineup that they have. But a lot of bank accounts do come with an associated fee, while there are other institutions that do not have that type of fee. Now, first of all, breaking down overdraft fees. A lot of places are charging $30, $35, $37 for overdraft fees. Questions to really ask, guys: how much is the overdraft fee? How many times can you be charged per day? Now, this is something that recently changed. Banks and credit unions used to charge an exorbitant amount of fees that could actually accumulate within a day. So if you had, 7, 10 overdraft fees in a certain day, you could be charged per fee per item that comes through. How much does the account need to be overdrafted before the fee is charged? How long do you have to repay the account? There are some institutions that have like a 24-hour grace period, which I believe is through Huntington, that you can actually bring your account back to the positive balance before you start incurring some of those junk fees. Now, in addition, guys, a lot of accounts do have maintenance fees. They require you to keep minimum balances in there, or have direct deposit, or have a minimum required activities to actually avoid those types of maintenance fees. And they can range from $5 all the way up to $75 per month for a maintenance fee, which again can hurt anyone's bottom line when it comes to the budgeting. Now, bounce check fees. You can also incur fees if someone writes you a bad check. So even if it was not your fault, you can still get fees with that. Now, again, knowing what fees you have, everything from statement printing fees to maintenance fees, dormancy fees. There are a lot of fees when you look at the structure, again, of the financial industry just as in a whole, that really are not beneficial. Now, on the flip side of that, guys, there are some really good benefits when it comes to the banking institution, including savings accounts. Since we've continued to see interest rates rise, savings accounts have actually gotten to the point where they are paying a significant amount when it comes to balances that you do carry within those products. We've even seen some savings accounts that go, 2, 3, 4% on a savings account, and also do offer rewards on the checking accounts. Again, as long as you're hitting those minimum balances, as long as you're maintaining those balances in there, you can get a lot of benefit from the financial institutions. Now, if you do incur any of these fees, number one, guys, ask the institution to waive the fees. It is really one of the absolute biggest ways that you can get fees back, and you can get them back in a very timely manner. Waiving the fees or reducing the fees are, again, one of the absolute biggest ways that you can do this. It is something that we do see a lot of times. If there are fees that are incurred, what is the opportunity to get those fees back? So specifically, when you look at junk fees, what are being targeted? And again, these are kind of the absorbent fees that we're seeing within all different avenues really of life that we're going to go through. But in addition, it is fees that provide no value for you. Now, the first one we're going to look at, guys, is credit card late fees. Now, credit card late fees are just absolutely out of control, in my opinion. When you look at credit card late fees, the Bureau estimates that about $9 billion a year was incurred in late fees in just one single year. $9 billion of Americans paid late fees on credit cards. Now, a lot of times you also have to think when you're late on a credit card, a lot of times you're subject to a penalty APR. So your APR going forward will be much higher. It can affect your credit. And then also, if you do cash back, a lot of times cash back does come with a 3 to 5% fee that is getting back. Currently, late fees on credit cards can range from anywhere from $25 up to $41, up to a percentage of the balance that you're carrying on that card, which again can be incredibly high. In addition to just credit card fees, there are excessive event ticket fees. Now, there are a lot of fees that are associated. If you've went to a sporting event, if you bought tickets, they have a lot of fees when you get to checkout. Your ticket might be $50, and then when you go to checkout, you actually see it's like $67 because there are processing fees, there's seating fees, there's all kinds of fees again that they're just kind of tacking on the back end that a lot of consumers are really not seeing. Now, this is one that I've actually seen: airline family seating fees. So if families are flying together, you are not guaranteed your seat unless you pay an additional fee to select your seat. Now, there are a lot of companies that are targeting individuals that are flying as families that are just charging exorbitant amount of fees. I actually recently had an individual that spent $600 in addition to the airline fees that he paid just to be able to select his seats to ensure that his family sits together, guys. $600, which is absolutely crazy. Now, there are several airliners that have already eliminated these fees kind of in preparation because they know what is going to come. And again, just being able to select your seat like you used to once upon a time. But airlines realize they can make a lot of additional money if they charge you to select your seats. Also with baggage, a lot of places are charging you for baggage, which I don't know how many people don't travel without any baggage. But again, eliminating some of those fees. Early termination fees, those are another really big one, guys. When you look into TV contractors, when you look at Xfinity, when you look at AT&T, internet, cell phone, things of that, a lot of them do have early termination fees, which can keep you from getting better deals from your competitors because you have to pay kind of an exit fee or a termination fee. And again, that is what some of the things that he is looking to eliminate. And another one, again, if you've traveled, hotel taxes. There are a lot of those typical fees that we see at hotels and also resorts. They are assessed or actually added onto the bill at checkout. So even though you're paying for a hotel room, let's say upfront, there are a lot of places that do charge additional services or additional costs when you go to leave. And again, just kind of tacking on a lot of extra fees across the board. So the Junk Fee Prevention Act aims to make destination and resort fees back to the hotel. The final price is more transparent. So what that means for you is when you're going into a situation, let's say again, you want to book a hotel room, a car, anything like that, you are going to know the dollar price up front, period. Makes a big difference, guys. Again, looking at this, they estimate hundreds of billions of dollars that are kind of assessed across the United States in just junk fees. And I can agree with that. Even when you look at, the larger financial institutions, a lot of them are reporting record earnings, which a majority of those record earnings do come from fees that you and I both pay when it comes to using financial services. The bottom line of this, guys, surprise fees add up very quickly. And again, when you add in your banking fees, when you add in your travel fees, when you added in your early termination fees, your seat choosing fees, your ticket fees, literally everything just adds in a couple dollars here and there. But when you look at the entirety, it can make up 5-10% of your monthly budget when you start looking at the bottom line and seeing exactly how many fees are assessed, where the fees are coming from. Again, this act is looking to just make everything upfront. So you're not going to be kind of blanketed to the what if scenarios where am I going to be charged fees? What is the total amount? Did I spend a lot more than I anticipated? Because again, the surprise fees, a lot of people can't afford them, and quite frankly, with interest rates going up and rent going up, home prices going up, interest rates going up, a lot of people cannot afford these by any means, which this aims to kind of reduce that and know exactly what you're paying up front. Guys, that'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, or if you've ever dealt with any of these kill fees or junk fees or whatever you want to call them. But again, that'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.